Welcome back to our Dress YouTube channel. In today's class, we're going to learn how to make this beautiful cowl draped dress on freehand. Okay, we are not going to be using a pattern to this. We are not doing slash and spread. We're going to be cutting this directly on our fabric, so you can see what the front looks like. We have pleats at the upper part, and then we also have pleats on the waistline. It has a band, it has beautiful cowl drapes on the side, and then it has this at the back as well. It's a very simple tutorial. I'm going to be cutting this directly on my fabric. I will take you through how to cut and sew this. If this is something you like to learn, kindly stay tuned to the end of this tutorial. Thank you. So based on popular demand, you all asked that I replicate the style on freehand without using pattern. So I'm going to use this Duchess fabric for that. You don't need so much measurements for this. The measurements you're going to need is your round waist measurement. Okay, in this case I have 14 inches for this miniature, so you measure your own accurate measurement. And then for the length of the skirt, you're going to measure from your half length to wherever it is you want your skirt to stop. Okay, so those are the two major measurements you're going to need. So for me, my round waist is 3.5, and the length that I want for this skirt is 17 inches. Okay, so there's no side seam. I want to cut the two sides together, the left and right. It's not front and back in this case because it does not have a side seam here. So it's come from the center front to the center back. So for the left and for the right, I want to cut it together. So I'm going to first put my fabric on fold into two. If you are not cutting together, you don't need to put on fold into two first before you cut on bias. So for me, I'm putting it on fold into two first. Then after putting on fold into two, I'm going to go ahead and fold like I want to cut on bias. Fabric is very shaky, so I'm going to try. So you can see it's folded into two. Then after folding into two, you're going to fold it on bias like you want to cut a triangle, just like this. So I'm going to arrange it well and pin. So I've held this with my pin. So let me explain what this measurement is going to look like. So this slanted part here is going to be your waist, your round waist. Okay, this fold point that you have here is going to be the side. Okay, your side front and side back. There's no side seam, so this fold part is going to be the side, and then this open part is going to be your center fold. Okay, center fold for center front and center back. And then here, somewhere here, wherever you know this from your center, you're going to mark your length. So wherever this top is going to be your M line. I hope you understand that. So now we'll start putting the measurements that we took here earlier. So for the waistline here, remember there are pleats on the waist. So depending on how much you want to pleat, you're going to need the quarter of your waist measurement, which in this case for me is 3.5. So you can multiply that by 2.5 or 3 inches. So let's say I'm multiplying mine by 3 inches. 3.5 by 3 is going to give me 10.5. So you should make sure that when you fold here, you have up to that 10.5. Okay, so 10.5 stops here. So we're going to be forming like a dart. That is going to form your cowl. So for that dart, the measurement that you need is the difference that you're going to have between the quarter of your waist and your hip measurement. Let's say your round waist is 7 inches. Okay, that's quarter of your round waist, and your round hip is 9 inches. Okay, so now a round waist of 7 inches is around 28 inches. So it means the full waist is going to be 28 inches, and then for this you're going to have around full hip of 36 inches. If you divide all of this by 4, this is what you're going to have. So you're going to get the difference between the quarter of your waist and quarter of your hip. So 9 minus 7 in this case is going to give you 2 inches. So that is going to guide you on the addition you're going to add for that. So for me now, let's say the difference that I have is 2 inches. So depending on how much drape you want to form from your cowl, you can add 1 to 2 inches to that. So if you have 2 inches, you can add if you had 1 inches to 2 inches, you're going to have 3 inches. So you're going to add that on your waist as well. So what you're going to have on your waist is that difference, the difference that you have from your round waist and round hip, plus 1 or 2 inches. Then you're going to have your quarter of your waist multiply by 2.5 or 3 inches. I hope you understand that. So that is the measurement I use for the waist. Then here on the center fold, I'm going to go ahead and mark my center front. So from here, my center front, my front length from my waist to my full length is going to be 17 inches. So here I'm going to mark where I have 17 inches. So I have 17 inches over there, and then on that point of 17 inches I'm going to mark a straight line to form my hem. Okay, so this straight line that I'm marking here should be quarter of your waist measurement. If you want it to be pencil, if you don't want it to be too pencil, you're going to work with quarter of your hip measurement. So now I want to work with quarter of my waist measurement, which is 3.5. So here I'm going to make sure that I have up to 3.5 inches and seam allowance to join the center front. Remember, the center front is going to be opened, so you should have seam allowance to join it together. So that is all the measurements you need to take. So this is going to be your center front, and then for your center back you're going to have zipper. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my zipper allowance for the center front. This fabric is very shaky, so I'm just trying to mark it. Okay, so what I'm marking now is the zipper allowance that I want to work with for this skirt. So basically this is all you need to do. So on the side here, remember that we added that allowance here, which is 3 inches. So to actually take that, we have the width with the width of the dart here, which is 3 inches. The length of the dart is going to be your waist to hip, measurement. Okay, it can be 7 inches, it can be whatever it is that you have. So here I'm going to mark from my waist to hip. This is my waistline here. So sorry. So here I will mark from my waist to hip. Here is my waistline, and then here around here is my hip. So the distance from my waist to hip is around 4 inches here. So what I'm going to do is to come here now and then come down by the 4 inches here. Then you're going to take your ruler and then connect. I hope you understand this. Just watch it carefully. Let me go over this again, especially the waistline. The measurement that I used on this waistline is a quarter of, from here to here is quarter of my hip multiplied by 3 inches or 2.5 for pleat. Okay, and the measurement that I have here is the difference that I have from my round waist, quarter of my waist, quarter of your round waist, okay, minus quarter of your hip. So you are going to add 1 or 2 inches to that. That is the measurement that I have here. So once you have all of this taken out, the next thing is to grab your scissors and then you're going to cut this out. So here I'm going to go ahead and cut this. So I've cut it now, and you will notice that after cutting everything, here I'm back to my quarter of waist multiplied by 3 inches, the 10.5. That's what I still have here. Okay, the addition that I had there was just to take out the dart here so that my drape can form easily. If you want to have drapes, okay, this part is essential. The more you have here, the more drapes are going to form. So this is what we have. I'm going to take out the pins so that you can see what it looks like. So now I have cut the two sides together. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You can see. Yeah, I hope you can see. This is what we have. So just like we did for the pattern now, what I'm going to do is to go ahead and join it on the center front as well as hold my center back. Remember, we have zipper allowance here at the center back, so you can just notch that point as a guide. So here I'm going to go ahead and join the center front and the center back, and then bring it back to show us the next to do. So you can see that I've gone ahead to run a stitch. This is the center back with my zipper allowance. So I just closed this completely so that it will be easier. When I'm ready to fix my zipper, I'm going to open it up to where the zipper is going to stop. And then for the center front as well, I first closed it completely. Remember, the mouth, the the hem of the center front is bent, so we used quarter of our waist measurement for it. So for the person to be able to work, you're going to still open a slit, but I don't want us to get confused. That's why I first closed it. So this is what we have. So the next thing now is to go ahead and close this dart that we created. So to close the dart, we're going to open it out like this, and then we're going to go ahead and close it. If you notice now that once we close the dart, this opening is no longer bent, it's now straight. That's our waistline. So here I'm going to come here and close it on this side, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So I've gone ahead to hold those darts. So what I'm going to do now is to flip this to the right side. Okay, so once we flip it to the right side, you can see with that you can see the drapes that we are already having. So here on your waistline, what you need to do now, remember we use quarter of our waist multiplied by 3, which is obviously more than the 14 inches, which is the round waist. So here what you need to do now is to go ahead and pleat back to your, so I'm going to go ahead now and start pleating. So you're going to pleat this back to your waist measurement. You can do 2 or 3 pleats depending on what you want. Just make sure that by the time you're done, you have your actual waist measurement back. So I'm going to pin like this, then you flip to the back as well, and then you pleat, so that by the time you are done, you are going to use your tape to check that you have quarter of your waist. So let me know the method you prefer most. Is it the pattern? The pattern drafting is already on the channel, by the way, if you have not seen that. So which method do you prefer, this method or the pattern drafting method? So once you pleat it, you're going to have something like this. I'm just going to check that I have what I need there. My actual round waist is 14, sorry. So divided by 2 now is going to give me 7 inches. So you see I have 7 inches. This is, let me use the regular tape rule. So here you mark from your side to your side. So here you can see I have 7 inches, which is my actual waist measurement. So I'm just going to take this to the sewing machine and hold it down with a stitch. So I've held it with my stitch, so I'm going to take out the pins. Make sure that when you are sewing your zipper allowance, you leave it out, you don't sew it together with it. Remember, we're still going to loosen the zipper allowance to install a zipper there. So this is what it looks like now. So I'm just going to go ahead and check my waist again. Remember, the fabric is very shaky. Okay, so I still have my 7 inches measurement. So now we are done with the skirt. I'll just go ahead and cut the front and then add to it the half length. I've already marked it out. So you're going to need your back measurement from your center back to where your sleeve is going to stop. So the center back is around here. You take that measurement to wherever it is your sleeve is going to stop, and that is what is going to form the width measurement for you. So that's the measurement that I have here. That's my back plus my sleeve length. So the next thing now is to go ahead and mark your round with your neckline, neck width and neck depth. So you can see this is for the front and this is for the back, and I have my zipper allowance at the back as well. So here you can just open. So here you're going to mark your round sleeve, round your sleeve where you want to place the sleeve after dropping down your shoulder. So from there you're going to mark round your sleeve where your sleeve stops, and then on that point you're going to come in by 1 or 2 inches like this, and then you're going to cut to the hem. So that is what I did here. I'm going to simply grab my scissors and then cut out exactly what I have here. So once you cut it out, this is what you're going to have. This is the front. So here the front now is going to be more than your actual front waist measurement. This is our skirt, so I'm going to bring it so that you can see. So all this excess that I have here, I'm going to go ahead and pleat it to form my waist measurement. I'll do that for both front and back. So you're going to go ahead now and join it on the shoulder. You're going to join it on shoulder, join it on the side seam, and then pleat the hem. So you can see now that I've gone ahead to gather it. So you can use whatever neckline that you want, okay, just like I cut a simple neckline. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to change this to a V neckline, okay. But it does not have to be a V neckline. You can use whatever neckline you want. So I'm just trying to arrange my neckline back, and then I'm going to cut a V-shaped neckline. So once it is arranged, you measure the depth that you want for your neckline, and then you go ahead and cut that out. So I'll just grab my scissors. I'm using the same neckline for both front and back, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut that. So now my neckline has changed from the regular round to V now. So the next thing you need to do now is to bring your skirt. So make sure that when you are gathering this, you gather it back to your original waist measurement, which in this case is 14 inches. So what you're going to do now is to bring your skirt here, and then you arrange it well. Okay, so you're going to arrange it well. You can see I've opened the center back to fix my zipper. So you just need to open it to where your zipper is going to be. So this is the half length, this is the skirt. Now you're going to go ahead and cut a band to join them together. You measure around your waistline, you add your zipper allowance to that, and you cut a straight band. My band is not going to have seam on the side, so I just cut one straight band, and then I'm going to go ahead now and join the band to it like this. So you're going to join it to the half length, and then you're going to join it to skirt to connect them together. So after that, now you're going to turn your neckline, and then I have cut out a rope, so I'm just going to attach the rope to the back area like this, and then you fix your zipper. So I'll do this and bring it back. So the band is fixed now. You can see the band, so you go ahead and iron it. So here on the hem for the front, for you to be able to walk well in it, we're going to open the seam at the center front up to where you want your slit to be. You're going to open the seam, and then you fold it in. You go ahead and turn it, you hem that open part. You can use your hemming gum to hold it down if you don't want to see a seam there, and you can also sew if you want. So after doing this, you're going to go ahead and hem the dress all around, and this is what you're going to have. So this is what it looks like on the front. On the back here, you're going to fix your zipper to the back. So I'll put it on the mannequin now so that we can see what it looks like. So this is what we have. This is what it looks like. You can see the front, and you can see the pleats that I have on the front. So this is the side. You can see all of the drapes. So this is where we took the dart, and these are the drapes that will form on the side. Then on the back here, you're going to have your pleats as well, and then you just fix a zipper here, and then you have drapes on the other side as well. So you can see the slit opening that we have here, so you can decide to just turn it in or do whatever it is you want with it. So this is what the full view of the dress looks like. So let me know which method you prefer. Do you prefer the pattern drafting, or you prefer the freehand method? And I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye.